And the man responsible for the American Numismatic Association's new convention with its large size and its great layout is Larry Shepard, Executive Director. Larry, from my understanding, this hall was going to be filled not until 2015. What happened?
Well, that was our original plan, David, but about 2.5 months ago, we surpassed the levels that we achieved last year in Boston in our 2010 ANA convention. And I realized at that point that there's always a temptation to become complacent once you've passed the previous performance, or once you know you have something good in your hands. And so I called my staff together and I challenged them. I said, you know, good is good only when it's the best you could do. But when you have the opportunity to do something great, good is not acceptable. So we have the opportunity to really have a great convention. Let's shoot for having a great convention. So we pushed hard on that. We reached another 50-table increment, and I said, don't let up, just keep pushing. I used the analogy of Secretariat winning the 1973 Triple Crown in the Belmont Stakes, and when he came around the corner of the stretch, he kind of looked behind him, and he realized he had the race won, but instead of just galloping home, he kicked in the accelerator and accelerated all the way to the finish line. And I told my staff I wanted them to be like Secretariat. I wanted to accelerate and just see what we could accomplish. And finally, it was about 45 days ago that suddenly it dawned on me that we could do this. We could fill this floor this year, not in 2015. And so again, I encouraged everyone to make one final push, and we sold about 45 tables in a 2.5-week period, and voila, the floor is full.
And exactly how many square feet and how many dealers' booths are here?
There's 220,000 square feet here compared to about 100,000 in Boston last year. To put that in perspective, 220,000 square feet is a little larger than 2 Walmart stores on average. And we have 570 unique booths here. However, we lay our floor out so that most of our booths are corners. So consequently, many of our booths hold 2 dealers. I don't know the exact number of dealers, but I would say it's somewhere approaching 900 to 1,000. And if you look at our number of tables on the equivalent of regular tables, we have the equivalent of about 875 regular tables on this floor. Far and away a record for any U.S. coin show. This is the biggest coin show ever held on American soil.
And you're going to have a new board of governors sworn in at this convention. How do you feel about the next 2 years for the association?
Well, I'm very excited about it. We've come through the transition over the last 3 years of fixing things to where we now can really start concentrating on building things. Obviously, we've been putting building blocks in place over the next 3 years, but now that we have the fixing part of the equation behind us, we can put a lot more attention, a lot more resources on the building thing. So with the help of a new board, who I think is going to be a great board, and our staff, I think we have a great 2 years ahead of us.